Alright, excellent choice, by the way, fire type. Personally, it's my favorite type of all time, second being steel, but obviously we don't have any steel Pokemon yet. No crazy type combination nonsense going on here, just straight up fire type is, well, what you'd expect to be fire type. So, let's get right into it. Alright, first up is Charmander. I'm sure pretty much everyone recognizes this little fella. He's a pretty basic starter. He's kind of like Machop in the same vein. Scratch for whatever energy you want for 10 damage is pretty good, I guess, if you want to just mash him into any other kind of deck. Ember, which a lot of fire types is going to be a huge trend with discarding energy cards in order to do any damage with attacks and whatnot. Like, basically for Ember, it's going to do 30 damage, you're going to need a fire energy and a colorless energy. But every time you want to use that attack, you got to discard a fire energy in order to use it. Generally that's okay, since that's, again, what most fire types do anyway for, like, high damage attacks or whatever. But weakness to water is, you know, not terrible, I guess, since a lot of people would be using fighting the psychic types. But it is definitely there. Retreat cost of 1 is, you know, typical of a basic Pokemon. Charmander used to be part of the basic set and is common in both, real life and the booster pack. Alright, up next, the evolved form of Charmander, Charmeleon. Alright, 80 HP for stage 1 card is actually really good. And again, it's got the same slash attack that, Scyther knows, so it could be, again, it can be mashed into any kind of deck, really. And Flamethrower is 2 fire energy and a colorless, and again, it's discard 1 fire energy card in order to do 50 damage, which is pretty good, but I don't think you'd really want to be discarding too many cards, or you wouldn't be able to get them back. Again, actually, same exact weakness, resistance, and retreat cost as Charmander, so that's actually really, really good. Again, for a stage 1 Pokemon, he's pretty awesome. Alright, up next, another fire basic Pokemon, Growlithe. 60 HP, which is pretty decent for a basic Pokemon, I guess. Especially for a Growlithe. Growlithe isn't known for having a lot of HP. Yeah, I guess it is a little bit bulky, but anyway. Fire and colorless energy, straight up, just for flare, 20 damage. It's like Machop, but it costs another energy. Weakness and resistance and retreat cost the same as Charmeleon and Charmander, so not really much else to say there either. Also base set, and I'm pretty sure he's either common or uncommon in the booster pack. I don't remember exactly which, but... Alright, up next, Arcanine. Arcanine is, again, another glass cannon, really. Because it's actually very self-sacrificial. 100 HP looks really good, but when you take a look at its attacks, it's not really, you know, worth it. Flamethrower is the same exact thing as Charmeleon. Discard a fire energy card to use 50 damage for Flamethrower. And Takedown is actually 2 fire energies and double colorless. It does 30 damage to Arcanine, so it's like, well, actually, it's not as bad as, Chansey's Double Edge, but it does do 80 damage and has recoil damage of 30, so I don't know. It's kind of iffy on that. I never really like attacks that do damage to myself. Weakness to water, you know, obviously because it's fire type. Retreat cost of 3 is pretty bad, I guess, especially if you're going to keep doing damage to yourself. I would recommend having a lot of switches or a lot of potions or something to keep your health up. Also, something I'd like to mention, they never really implemented evolutionary stones into the game. I know recently in one of the Heart Gold Soul Silver card sets, they have a bunch of images with fire stones and water stones and whatnot, but they never really actually implemented them as items, which I guess is a good thing, otherwise they'd be pretty much unusable. Alright, up next we have Ponyta. Ponyta is actually not that good as a fire Pokemon, or as a Pokemon in general in the game. 40 HP is not that good for basic Pokemon. Smash Kick, again, is colorless, all across the board, 20 damage. You can throw it in any deck, I guess, if you really want to, but I wouldn't. Flame Tail is kind of like Mud Slap from Diglett. It does 30 damage for 2 fire energy. Water, weakness, no resistance, and retreat cost of 1 is the same as Charmeleon, Charmander, Growlithe. Yeah. So, I don't know, I'd pass on Ponyta. It's common anyway, in the base set, so... Oh man, up last for the fire types of the Colosseum booster pack, Magmar, my personal favorite Pokemon of all time. Except it's not that good as a card, unfortunately. Well, actually, this other one's better, I guess, but this is more of the powerhouse Magmar. It's got 50 HP, which is not that great. But he's got Fire Punch, which is, again, like, Flametail or Mudslap is 2 fire energy for 30 damage. And Flamethrower, again, is the same thing as Charmeleon and as Arcanine. It's discard fire energy to do 50 damage. Retreat costs a 2, which isn't that good, and weakness of water, which is, of course, there. This picture looks freaking awesome. I'm just gonna say that right now. But again, that's his personal preference. Yeah, I think he's uncommon in base set and in the booster pack. Honestly, I would say go with the other Magmar if you want a better starting kind of Pokemon. If you don't want to use Charmander. But this Magmar is actually not that bad. It's like it's kind of a glass cannon too, I guess. A lot of the fire types are. Alright, and that's it for the fire type. Alright, again, there's going to be a link in the bottom right hand corner, so you can head back to the menu and choose a different type or a different club member if you would like to. Alright, but until next time, guys, Bush51, peace out.